Merci. Thank you all so very much. I am profoundly honored by the decision of someone to include me in the International Women's Hall of Fame. It's an honor I never expected, and watching the pantheon of wonderful members in the Hall of Fame that you just saw, I found myself wondering how I could ever find myself in the company of so many amazing women who have made such fantastic contributions to our world. Alors, c'est avec beaucoup d'humilité que je me retrouve en aussi illustre compagnie. So I am humbly very pleased to accept this award, and I hope that the gift that comes with it can be used in support of legal education for aspiring female law students, as I once was. People sometimes ask, when did it become? When did it happen? When did you decide you wanted to be Chief Justice of Canada? Well, the answer is never. Was it 6, 16? None of those. The fact is, as you've heard, that I grew up in a very small community in a wonderful part of the world named Southern Alberta, and that there were no women lawyers. There was only one lawyer in the town, and there were certainly no women judges. So I really didn't know what I'd do with my life. I remember when I was 13, they came around to our little school and gave us all aptitude tests. So about a month later, when the results came in, the teacher took me aside and she seemed very perturbed. And she said, I don't know what to make of this. And I thought, oh, it's really bad. And she said, you know, well, your reading comprehension isn't bad, she said, but you have the lowest alertness score we have ever seen. So I said, well, what do you think I can be? And she says, I really don't know. But she said, there's two things you must not be. You must never be a waitress, and you must never be a telephone operator. So that's how it happened. When I was privileged to be asked to serve on the Supreme Court of Canada, I was sworn in, as is the custom, and the whole court was there. And there were two wonderful women on the court at that time, Bertha Wilson, the first woman on the Supreme Court of Canada, and Claire Leroux-Dubé de la Belle Province de Québec. And Bertha, just after I took my oath, leaned over and whispered to me. She was a feisty Scots lady and a great feminist, and she said, we have a court of 9 for those that don't know the system, and at that time I made the third woman. She said 3 down and 6 to go. Now, I have got in trouble for telling that story, but I trust that you will forgive me tonight, because I am very proud that the court which I am privileged to head, 9 judges, 9 wonderful justices, and 4 of them are women. And I can honestly say at this point in my life, having worked in many environments where I was the minority in terms of gender, that this is the first time in my life when I work without a consciousness of gender. And that is what I hope for every woman who aspires to a career. Now, as you've heard, I didn't have very many role models. Fortunately, today, maintenant, nous avons des modèles. We have role models, and I praise and thank the Forum of Women for sending the message out there that young women can do it. There are people who do it. There are many success stories. Think of all the women who have appeared on the film tonight, all the members of this Hall of Fame. And this sends a very powerful message to young girls and women, and that is a good thing to do. But we mustn't forget that there are many parts of the world that are not as privileged as ours. I was fortunate to be born into a country that valued equality and valued women's contributions. So I find it so important and so meaningful that the International Women's Forum represents women not just from privileged countries, not just from countries where women enjoy full equality, but from countries all over the world. Keep up the good work and good luck in the future. Merci beaucoup pour cet award.